use your God power to get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Okay, let's look at this illustration. Okay, this illustration is a lot like the one we saw back in Chance, because you got three levels. You got the real level, where things are really going on, where all power and energy resides, where it's really happening. Then you got the middle level, which is the thought level. That's the beliefs and meanings. That's the definition of this experience. That's where the real power at the top, the energy, that's where it's defined as how it's going to be expressed. And then at the bottom level, which is represented here in green, that's the representation level. That's the level of illusion. That's where you have a result that's expressed. Okay? But that is the representation. It's not real. Okay, now, let's take a look at this. Let's dissect this illustration. So here at the top level, where it says real, it says it's the energy level. Here it says, where all things actually happen, your vibration elicits and creates the appropriate response from the situation at the highest level, the non-physical energy level. Okay, this is where it's all going on. This is where reality really is. This is reality at this level. Okay, then it says here, next to the energy level, we've got the blue ovals, which is the hypnotist's real energy form, and the subject's real energy form. Here it says a certain resonant result is first elicited and created at the energy level, and then expressed in the physical form. So here, the hypnotist's real energy form and the subject's real energy form, that's where the communication is going on. That's where the hypnotist in energy form says, I'm tasting salt. And that's where the subject in energy form receives the information of the salt taste. Now, the reason why it's happening there is because they have beliefs and meanings that that's what's going to happen. At the beliefs and meanings level, it says taste equals taste. What the hypnotist tastes, the subject will taste. So in the energy form, the taste of salt is communicated to the subject's energy form, and then it's represented down here in the bottom in the green and reality. And the representation is the hypnotist tastes salt, which he's just representing that he's tasting. And then the subject tastes salt, which she's just representing that she's tasting. They're both representing that they're tasting salt. One is tasting the salt by actually holding a physical representation of the salt, and the other one's tasting salt by the representation only. Not by the physical amount, not by the physical salt, just by the thought of the taste of the salt, which the hypnotist had. Here it says the hypnotist's physical form and physical experience. And then, of course, the subject's physical form and physical experience. Okay, let's take a look at the beliefs and meanings level. That's the thought level, where all meanings create your vibrations and elicits the appropriate response from the situation at the highest level, which is the non-physical level. So there is where you have your beliefs and meanings. The beliefs and meanings elicit the response from the higher energy level. So it creates the situation, and then it's represented in physical form. So first you start out with the beliefs and meanings that the hypnotist and the subject both agreed that what he tasted, she would taste. So their beliefs and meanings match. They're equal. So when he's tasting something, he's really tasting it in his energy form. And in his energy form, he's only creating it to taste it because it doesn't really exist. It's just energy. Even the salt itself is only energy. It has its own real form. It has its own energy form. But it's being represented as salt. And so the taste that's represented is the taste of salt. And so the hypnotist is representing that he's tasting that. And as a result, since the subject is supposed to taste what he tastes, then she tastes it as well. And then it's represented in the physical form. Here it says at the representation level, where all results are represented in physical form as they have already been prearranged and created in the energy realm. This is where they are experienced. This is the level of illusion. This is the level where everything is just represented. This is the level where you can take, at the beliefs and meanings, you can make some changes, and at the representation level, you can see with your fingertips. You can taste what's in somebody else's mouth. You can feel a touch 6 feet away. Because at the representation level, it's all illusion. Now, it's nice when where you see matches where your eyes are, and where your taste matches where your mouth is, and where your touch matches where you're touching. That's nice. That's just regular reality. That's just normal meanings. Normal meanings are you see with your eyes. So from that normal meaning, people see with their eyes. Normal meanings are standard meanings that you taste what's in your mouth. So people put stuff in their mouth, they taste it. That's just the normal meaning, the regular meaning, the standard meaning, the one you're born with. However, in this case, she has a meaning that she's tasting what's in the hypnotist's mouth. So that's how it's being physically represented. That's how she's experiencing it in the illusion level. It's very simple. Okay. Let's look at this from the multiple realities point of view. Was it real that the witnesses of these two events could not taste what was in the hypnotist's mouth? Yes, that was very real. They were observers that didn't believe they had that ability, and so they didn't. That was their reality. Was it real that the girl could taste what was in the hypnotist's mouth? Yes, that was real. She was an observer, participant, who had a meaning for this situation that she could taste what was in the hypnotist's mouth, and so she could. Could these diametrically opposed realities exist at the same time, even though they are completely opposite? Of course. There can be as many viewpoints and meanings of any given situation, and each will have their own personal reality as a result. But often it seems like many people have the same reality together, like the group who all saw the daughter. How does that work, individually speaking? They are always individual realities. However, often many people can have and do have the same viewpoints and meanings for the same situation, and they can have the same reality as each other, but they still experience it individually. They are never sharing a reality. They are just eliciting the same reality, the same results as the others. This is a very important point because while the realities may seem exactly the same, they are still individually created and experienced, which can easily be noticed in the finer details. Each will elicit and notice slightly different aspects of the same event according to their own meanings. One might think that a person was enjoying a certain event, while another may perceive that they were not. That is why you must always be clear on the fact that they are individual perceptions and individual realities. That way you can recognize your differences and create it your way regardless of the other observers.
Options. Now activating the next video, play options. One moment please. Click on the green arrow to start watching the next video. Or, click on the red arrow to start watching the prior video. Or, click on the tan arrow to go to the main course menu and guide, with links to all course chapters, excerpts, and special reports. Up next, special video options. Click on your choice of course videos, menus, and excerpts. Now switching to the special video options menu and activating the video selection buttons. Click on your selection number to start watching the video. "15 seconds till we switch to the next page with the free download information. Pause the video now if you need more time to review the available selections." This is the end of this course video. Its video number is listed above. To watch the next video, simply click on the next video in number sequence. Thank you.